StarCraft versus Leenock.
And they are cross spots here, so it's about as far away as you can get.
Leenock will like that.
I think Trap will be okay with it as well.
Think so? Just
yeah,
because?
well, I mean, it matters who you're playing against, but like if you're playing against someone that you know is going to go Swarm Host, being far away can be very nice.
That's true.
The
you know, Swarm
locusts
Host
just
play
don't
is
get
more
to you.
popular. Do you feel like this is a good map for Swarm Host?
No, not
Okay,
really.
okay.
And
I
I
was
think
gonna
that's
say,
part of the reason why he chose it.
All right, so we have our probe scouting now, and he's going to go ahead and go to the upper right here. But for the time being, it's going to be a Forge first, and he's sending the second probe out here. Sometimes people cannon rush with this. I don't know if it's going to happen this time. We haven't had any cannon rushes so far this season.
He completely wants to cannon rush. Anytime you're going to scout on a 9 pylon at your choke, it's a cannon rush. So,
do you feel like cannon rushes are that strong on this map, Artosis?
I think they're okay. And the thing is, Zerg is generally going to go hatch first, so he can possibly get this done, especially with that second probe coming.
Now, a lot of players have decided that the cannon rush is a fake, but he did see the second probe down there in the south, so he should know.
Yeah, this is pretty obviously a real one, I think. And in fact, he's bringing a lot of drones already. But even when the drones come, sometimes you can get the cannon rush to work. Okay, he cancels, so he's like, all right, I made you lose enough mining time.
He did a cancel rush.
Yeah.
All right, so that's a lot of lost mining time there.
That's a good amount. And, you know, of course, he did send 2 probes out right away, so that was some lost mining time. He made a quick forge. That was kind of lost nexus
He's not going to have that
time.
economy going. This is, like, not the most efficient way to get a fast expansion up, but he did slow down the Zerg as well, so it's a bit of a trade there.
Yeah, and the thing is, potentially you can just win the game with that if they're a little bit sloppy or the Overlord doesn't see the probe or something like that. So it's like one of these percentage type plays where you're like, you know what, a certain percent of the time I just straight up win with this, a certain percent I deal some damage, and then the rest of the time I'm like a little bit behind.
Probe comes up. And
probe goes down.
Probe goes down.
Should write children's books.
Yeah, man.
Casting with tasteless.
Yeah. My next book is going to be called Good Night, Terran.
Good night.
Good night,
old
Terran.
lady sitting in the chair. Good night, socks. Good night, box.
Now, we are going to have to wait and see here as Protoss techs up. When the cybernetic score finishes up, by the way, it's just now started. We're going to have more to talk about, so let's fill some time in here, Artosis.
Yes.
Not a lot going on right now.
No, this is going to take a little bit because like he has to take a third and all that. There you go, the third, etc., etc. Be a couple minutes till that Stargate is actually pumping out units.
Yep.
Which of course he hasn't made yet, but he will. So, how are you?
Yeah.
How are you doing?
I'm good, man.
Yeah.
I'm gonna sign up for a gym coming up here this week. Haven't worked out in a while.
Yeah. Yeah. Been a little bit lazy about that.
I was thinking
It's
about
been some busy time.
Yeah, man. We've been a little bit busy lately.
Yeah. Even though we don't have GOM, there's other stuff.
Yeah. We stay busy. I'm gonna go work out. I'm gonna get a six-pack. I'm gonna cast basically with just this tie on and nothing else.
I was getting all my stuff together to go to the gym this morning, and I actually I had a headache, like nonstop for like 24 hours or something.
That's terrible. You sure it wasn't a migraine?
Yeah, because it wasn't like that painful.
Because I get migraines,
like,
man. Those are bad.
No, I don't get migraines.
I'm like, oh, there's a vice on my skull that's invisible.
Yeah.
It's crushing my brain.
Yeah, but this story's about me. So I had a headache. I had a bit of a headache, so I actually skipped going today. So, tomorrow, though. Tomorrow,
Tosis.
Yeah.
We got that Zealot coming out here. This is to pressure the Zerg into making more Zerglings and less drones. Anything to stagger that Zerg economy a little bit.
It's a good scout, too, because like 2 to 4 lings are not going to kill it. 5 lings will kill it, but not 2 to 4.
He's got all of his gases. This is going to allow him to tech up very quickly. Now the Sentry pushing back the Zerglings.
So, with these Phoenixes, let's see how quick he grabs a Robo here. I think he's going to grab the Robo real quick before any gates. But we'll see, because the gateway timing, if he's going to go 3 gates, is about now. Okay, there it is, the Robo. Not at all surprised, because the odds of him actually getting across the map with the probe right now and dealing some damage with a Warp Gate Zealot plus Phoenix Harass, very, very slim. So the right choice, definitely go straight towards Colossus, take that third base, because you know Leenock is being greedy as hell at home.
Takes out that Ling over at the entrance, and yeah, I agree. I think maybe taking the third base is not a bad idea at all. Now we have the Spore Crawlers coming up here. We have seen today with both of our Protosses a lot of effective attacks despite Spore Crawlers being present. A lot of nabbing drones up from the corner of mining expansions.
And we'll see definitely some more of that as well. Probably go up to 5 Phoenixes is my guess, but you know, sometimes people skimp on Phoenixes. Like, it's kind of interesting when they go for 2, which has gone completely out of fashion. I think people have gotten so good with Phoenixes that we aren't going to see that really much anymore.
Yeah.
But I sometimes like it, especially against players that like to make 2 spores. And in fact, after losing so much to Phoenix Harassment against Zest, Leenock is going for 2 spores in each base. So he's like really heavily defending. So this actually would have been a good time for him to go for just 2 Phoenixes, but of course you can't guess that he's going to do that this time.
Yeah, I mean, predicting stuff like this is pretty tricky.
Yeah.
So he's getting that Nexus now. +1 weapons, about halfway done. The Phoenixes haven't done too much damage, but they are seeing what's going on here. Are there any Zerglings being made, anything like that? And they see the answer is basically no. So that means the third base here for Trap will be very easy to get up and running. He can cut a few corners in his tech here while he's doing that to make sure he does it as efficiently as possible.
By the way, this is awesome. Look how many queens Leenock's getting. Now, either Leenock has been replaced with Locira, or he is going for Ultras. Because when you're getting this many queens and you're getting that melee attack upgrade,
it parlays so
pretty
well into
good
the Ultra
chance.
attack.
And as we say that, there's an Infestation Pit.
Oh my goodness.
Now, he could get some Infestors on the way as well. That's actually gained a lot of popularity in this matchup recently, the Ling Infestor Queen Ultra. It's a really nice composition on such a big map. I like it.
And that third Nexus is going to go down. And I think you are dead on our toes, as this is clearly going to be Ling Ultra. A great opening, I think, on this map under these circumstances. Now that means the third base is going to be fine for a while now, but that's okay. So this should be actually a pretty passive game for the next little bit.
Yeah.
Nobody's going to be attacking anybody. Trap is going to try to get every possible tech and upgrade he needs, so he has all the tools necessary to win in the end game. And Leenock is making this mad dash toward the end game Zerg components here. Ultras with upgraded Lings.
And you know what? I think it's going to work out just fine. Like, Trap will be moving out right before Ultras get out, I think, because that charge is going to be finishing up. He's going to get, he's making the Warp Prism right now. Like, he's really gearing up to start walking across the map. But I think Leenock's going to be fine. The map is big enough. It's long enough. He's got his 4th base up now. Not mining quite yet, but I think he's going to be able to hold just fine. I think this game could go very, very long.
Yeah, it could be one of our epic end games here.
It matters how well Trap deals with the composition he's going to run into, because some Protosses overextend against Ultra, and then you get some Protosses like MC for one. There's quite a few of them actually that just sit behind walls and like get perfect compositions.
I was going to say it's a lot about building structures or building placement rather. You need to just have that right building placement, because when you're against only melee units, that's when you can utilize the terrain and the structures around you.
So true. So if he does that, this game should be really long, because Leenock will have so many bases, and then Trap is going to have to get extra Stargates and start upgrading air, because he knows that 40 mutas are going to fly in his base at some point, and like it just becomes one of those really, for me, very fun, super endgame everything, you know. Just kind of awesome.
Well, at this point in time, it seems clear that Trap knows what's coming. The question now is, how well is he going to be at handling this?
Kind of cool that he's getting the Greater Spire so quickly. I wasn't expecting that, actually.
Now, okay, he's going to warp in some more Zealots and then just attack in over here. Don't know how effective this is going to be. He's faking coming out here with a small army in the hopes that Zerg's going to have everything else into their spots. And now what is he going to do? Go for the hive here?
Oh, this is a lot of damage being done in this main base. Going after that Ultralisk Cavern, very nice. In the meantime, he's actually going for this hatchery as well. If he kills that hatchery and kills some tech, oh, this is just an awesome move from Trap.
Now going back here, trying to get this Greater Spire.
Oh, he kills that as well.
He did so well here.
Oh, you got to be joking me, Tastes. This is such a good move. And
Nicely
down it goes.
done. And now going for the Roach Warren. Man,
you know
I didn't know that was going to be that effective. We actually have some Zealots hitting this hatchery over here. Did Leenock just completely fall apart in the course of a minute?
I would say it's less about falling apart and more about Trap ripping him apart. Like, it was just so well done that he moved out, and the force he moved out with, Leenock's like, well, I'm not going to let you kill my third with that little force. So he starts moving towards it, and then the Zealots go, and he realizes, well, actually, all my tech and hive is more important. And now he's killed 2 bases and both the best tech structures. So the place that he, oh man, I just got nerd chills all over.
This should be going to game number 4. And in fact, I think it's going to be very easy for Trap to even take this 4th base. All right, did I say game number 4? Game number 3?
Yeah, that's okay.
That was weird.
No one thinks you meant game number 4.
Well, we have him moving out again now. Remember, the Spire is being remade here. He's
like, this is the finals, right? Like, this is the best of 7, right?
So he's poking out again and then returning back home. Zerg is not privy to the fact that the Protoss' 4th is being taken. That was such a huge blow to Leenock that Trap got away with for basically just the price of a few Zealots.
No, I know. It was so efficient. It was so awesome. He's getting an amazing unit composition. Look at this. He's got Immortals. He's got Archons in there. He's getting his Phoenix upgrades, adding Stargates. He knows that this is the way to do it. He's like basically guaranteeing himself that he can't lose. And I continue to get nerd chills because this is like just beautiful play from Trap.
Yeah,
someone
really
who in the past has been so reliant on timing attacks, now really showing a lot more depth this season by doing some of these amazing multi-attack. That was like a deer type of move that we saw right there, where he just hits a few locations and tears you apart with Zealot Harassment. It was awesome.
Way, the +3 attack is just now done for Protoss, so there's no way the Lings are going to be attacking into the 4th at all.
Yeah, well, I don't think Leenock can't really attack anything, per se. I think all he can do right now is just take a bunch of bases and hope that Protoss overextends out into the map. He's trying to act menacing right now. That's what he's doing. He's basically, Trap is a bear and Leenock is puffing up his jacket in his chest and stuff.
Oh,
wow. He's getting the mothership.
Oh, this is going to be awesome. This is going to be awesome, man.
I don't even remember what that unit does anymore.
I know.
No, it's kind of crazy to actually see the mothership being used, but I guess he wants that cloaking. Thing is, there's like infestors out and stuff. I'm actually a little bit surprised he's getting it, but okay. It's pretty expensive.
All right, the Warp Prism now on the run right now from these Corruptors. Okay, so that was a failed attack up there, but that's fine.
Yeah, it doesn't even matter.
Look at the supplies right now. Protoss nearly maxed out, and Zerg at 133.
But he's got a giant bank. Like he's going to basically max out when he wants, and 8 broods on the way. So he's going like Broodlord to complement his. He's going for the Nest T composition. Broodlord Ultralisk.
Looks like he's going to get another denial here on this hatchery.
And that's pretty good. God, Leenock isn't even barely mining from his 4th, and then he loses that right there.
Tempest being cranked out here, too.
Once again, he does have that Leenock creep spread. That's the one thing I wish that I could see Leenock work on a bit more is his creep spread.
Oh, my God.
He's always been a bit weak on it.
And oh, my God, this thing got away. This is a pretty bad game here from Leenock. This is pretty facepalm worthy. Well, he's going to move up here now. Now, will he engage all the way? I'm surprised he doesn't have the mothership more with the army. I thought he was going to have this massive cloaking,
Yeah, well, I think he's hiding the mothership right now.
Oh, just to surprise him later on.
I think he just doesn't want him to know that there's a mothership. Because you know what he's doing is he's adding so many Tempests in with it that he can like just be this invisible guy from afar. And as long as he has good spotting, he can like pick off infestors and overseers and stuff before it even gets to him. And you can't just fly in with a bunch of Corruptors because there's a bunch of Archons out already. So it's like, it's kind of rough.
It's complicated.
It's complicated.
It's complicated.
That would be the status of this on Facebook.
Yes, it's complicated.
Of this unit comp and how to deal with it. And then Swarm hosts come along and they just say that they're in a relationship.
Yeah.
It's like Swarm hosts like, it's not that complicated. All right.
Warp Prism's not going to come out here. And he's going to try to warp in some more Zealots. See if he can do any more damage to this other base.
Any harassment gets done is pretty nice. If this creep spread was better, or maybe there was some overlords sent out or something for scouting, stuff like this wouldn't be happening so much. But as is, he's losing a lot of drones, taking a ton of damage. Like, this little 3-Zealot warp in is worth so much more than 3 Zealots that were warped in. Killing the drones there, ridiculous.
All right, hitting these Zealots now, but really the Zealots already did their job killing off those drones. And really all Trap has to do is wait. I mean, he can keep running around the map and stamping out expansions.
And
here come the Broodlords.
yeah, getting even more, going up to 11 it looks like. Has 19 Corruptors. He has, he mixed a Viper in there as well. Where'd the Viper go?
Oh my god,
Viper
DT's over here now.
Oh man, poor Leenock. Okay, so the one thing I do want to say, because everyone watching this is probably just thinking, well, there's just no way Leenock can win this, but Leenock is probably, let me just think for 1 second before I say this. Leenock is probably the best low economy Zerg in the world.
Yeah, I'd say that's fair. I still think he's most definitely going to lose this, though.
Yes, I do too, but like, literally, the only player that's ever impressed me low economy-wise to the level of Leenock was Yu-Gi-Oh! Like, for super low economy, like, I have less bases than Protoss, but I can still win type of play. I don't think that's going to happen here, but if someone can do it, it's this man here.
Well, again, he's just waiting, letting Leenock just slowly sit on 3 bases for a long time, and when the 4th comes up, he just stops him from mining it, which means eventually, when Zerg's all mined out, all that Trap has to do is march his army up to that 4th base, kill it, and turn around and stop the counterattack.
Well, Trap right now, if you look at exactly what he's doing, right, he pushed the creep back. Leenock is known for having weak creep spread, so that might never go back out there.
Yeah, that's true.
And he's actually adding oracles, and that's going to help on detection range as well as tagging all the units. And by tagging, his cloaked Tempests do way better. So definitely a situation that can be scarier for his opponent. Okay, now
oh no,
he's starting to figure out what he's dealing with.
Oh, nice.
Man. Well, this is. I think this is where you just run away because Tempests are going to wreck you.
Oh, got the Mothership Core.
Well, that was a good investment.
Yep.
Normally people don't make that, and there's a reason. It's a little bit weak, but you know what? He wanted the cloak aspect of it, and it just didn't work out this time. Now, a lot of these Broodlords go home. This is why you run as soon as you get tagged against Tempests. Their range is so ridiculous. It's the vision that's a problem, and that cures the vision for a minute.
Well, now he's going to keep pushing forward here.
He only has like 1 High Templar in that army? 2.
Yep, he has 2 total.
I feel like if you're going to make the perfect army, you want more than 2.
I'd say 4 or something.
At least, I would say. Psystorm is a pretty good spell, and so is Feedback. A lot of people disagree with me and think Psystorm is a good spell, but it is.
Nicely done here with these Tempests. Oh, beautiful sniping here.
Wow.
Getting 2 Infestors
2
already.
full energy. 3! Well, that one actually got one off, but that is a lot of full energy Infestors. Good feedbacks
here on the Queen.
Yeah, the Corruptors actually doing a kick-ass job, though. They're taking out, looks like, everything. And with all these Spines and Broodlords against Mass Immortal, I guess he might be all right.
Yeah, I mean, that's funny, because I thought Protoss won that for sure, but yeah, with the Spines here.
Well, he's not going to break him. I guess that Leenock definitely lost, like, pretty much his entire army.
Well, he's
at
at 125 supply to the 170 now for Protoss player Trap.
Yeah. And Trap has that 5th. He's not mining, but he has it, like, ready to mine. And that's kind of a big deal. I would love to see Leenock actually secure a 5th himself. I understand that's kind of a difficult thing to do when Protoss has this many resources to work with, but
this might be one of these weird games where the Protoss is ahead the whole time, but then loses to the Zerg.
Yeah.
Everybody's had games like this where you're like so ahead of somebody. You're like so ahead.
yeah.
But then you don't make a bunch of very, very important moves because your opponent's turtling and defending.
Yeah.
And then you throw away your army 2 or 3 times, and all of a sudden they get another base up, and then you can't stop it.
And I don't even want to say that that's because Trap is playing bad or something. He's not.
No,
he's
he's
playing
not.
very well. Like the fact that he's getting all upgrades and he has 4 Stargates and you know, he's like just working on his composition nonstop. It's like I think he's playing quite well. It's just Leenock knows how to do this. So there is a possibility he can still do it.
Nice job here getting all these probes.
Yeah.
Well, he's going to deny the 5th again.
Okay, that base is never going to be taken.
I don't think so.
May as well take that bottom base. Like Trap is not letting that one get up. Now this is kind of a funny army. He actually, I think he wants to lose those units.
Yep, this is, he's sacking some probes to get bigger supply.
Yeah.
Oh! Okay, that was completely eliminated.
Imagine if he fungled.
Just to make it like in case they can't get away.
Do you remember when someone threw Infested Terrans down against a hallucination? I forget who it was. It was funny though.
Now, he's just, looks like the Protoss is just going to sit back. This is a pretty scary army here from Leenock. This is no laughing matter. That's a lot of Brood Lords, a lot of Infestors.
Yeah, you thought that composition was gone, but where's the Vortex? And where's the Tempest? Well, they aren't here. He's got 8 Phoenixes.
Also, he has a lot of Immortals that don't really help at all here.
Yeah, well, that's why I thought he was actually doing a suicide attack over on the other side, because when you have Immortals in the really late game, you actually don't want them anymore. As soon as the first Ultralisk batch goes, get rid of them.
Yeah.
You'd rather remax on Void Rays when you get the upgrades and stuff, because they're going to do just as well against the Ultras, really.
Okay, so he can actually take this out over here. Now, there's enough spines in him. I don't think the Protoss can counterattack. Well, he's going to, but we'll see how effective this really is.
With the 3 Immortals, he can actually bust through there, I think, if he just micros it. But there's a lot going on right now.
Now,
so.
is he going to go back home, or is he going to go back to the Protoss's 3rd, try to get that?
Well, I think he's just forcing the Zerg to come home, basically. He'll probably hightail out there with some of the units, maybe leave the Immortals, because like that's actually 12 supply that he needs that supply elsewhere. Yeah, he's just going to leave them. Screw it. And man, Immortals do pretty well against Spines.
Yeah. Now, what is he going to do? Go down through the middle here? I mean...
you mean Leenock?
Yeah, I mean, does he just stay back? I feel almost like he should just push through the map and tear through this whole
I think that yeah, I see what you're saying. The thing is, like, if he loses that composition one time, the game is 100% over. So I think he's just trying to be very careful about that. Because, you know, that's how you lose a Broodlord army, is you get too far out in the map.
Well, I'm just wondering, because Protoss can keep expanding and sort of be in the position Leenock was in earlier. Almost over picking up here, barely getting all these drones. They're getting taken into the air. Wow.
Kind of a wasted Phoenixes. He thought there was like a Mutilus switch perhaps coming. It wasn't. But he sees all those Corruptors, adds on a ton of Void Rays. The Void Rays are going to be a killer. But 17 Infestors, man. Like, this is the type of composition that can beat anything.
It looks like air attack's almost done being upgraded. And he's going to go for this base down here now. What's funny about this is even though Protoss was ahead for most of this game, if the Zerg takes out these few bases, and also, mind you, that top, the 4th base has not been mined from that much, so he still has minerals there, so he might end up getting the Protoss where he has no more money. Now, we don't see any defense over here for the Protoss's, excuse me, the Protoss's, the Zerg's 2nd base, rather, and that is not exactly how you want to do it.
Okay, so right now he wants the Zerg to come home, and in fact, Leenock's thinking about it.
I don't know if he should come home.
I'm not 100% sure what he's planning here. He's just kind of walking up.
Well,
okay, maybe he's going towards the 5th.
He is supply blocked here. So this army, I mean, unless the Broodlings are so good, I don't know. Oh god, this game is so weird.
This is a funny way to deal with Blink Stalkers that have upgrades. So we have 12 skill rays out right now.
That's the only way that he could have possibly gotten closer to losing this battle would be to blink towards that spine crawler. That's
true. But 12 voids, man. It's a lot of voids. Skill rays, as the Twitch chat calls them. We'll see how well he spreads, because Fungals are gonna really be able to take those down quite quickly. 14 Infestors still left after all that. Oh wow, he recalls all the way over there. That means that that was his 4th, right? His 4th can be taken out quite easily. It's like a free kill on the 4th since recalling over there. But so he's got Leenock down almost nothing.
He wants to just go around this army here, I'm not sure. I guess Protoss can just wipe out everything else that's on the map for Zerg here. And even if Zerg turtles with like an extractor or a hatch somewhere, then they can just go back to expanding.
Yeah, well, it looks like they're both kind of going a little bit refugee mode. But
yeah,
I think Protoss is going to take the fight eventually. I'm trying to figure out if he should. With this type of resource bank, and the thing is, what really gets me is how slow this Zerg army is. Like, the Protoss army is significantly quicker to move around than Queen, Broodlord, Infestor. So I almost feel like maybe he shouldn't take a battle. Maybe he should just play the elimination race, send stuff in every direction, find every building, and just force the Zerg to chase you around.
Protoss did get that base over there in the upper left up and running.
Rather surprising he's making Ultra Scabbard.
Yeah, that is a bit weird, isn't it, of all the things that you could be making right now?
Yeah, but what else could he make?
I think Leenock just barely loses this because there's just not enough mobility here. Nice grabbing there of the Queens.
They were lagging behind, man. It's a slow composition. He didn't keep it together. It's actually a big deal. 3 full energy Queens going down.
So he's going back to this one and only base here. Even the spawning pool is now going to go down. You can see Zerg's lost basically the entire tech tree here.
Yeah, twice.
Yeah.
So 4 Ultras going to pop out, and that's going to be basically the final pieces of his army for this game, especially since we're watching all these Overlords die.
And I think that should do it. I mean, he's going to get this other hatchery here. Then all of Leenock's structures are going to be revealed, right? Oh. Here we go. Fungals.
Yeah, Fungal's pretty good so far here. But I think he's lost quite a few Corruptors. Yeah, he's down to just 10 Corruptors, 9 Corruptors now. And he actually forces a recall. But is that his last building? Oh my god, it
is. Yep, that's it. GG.
All right. That was kind of a neat
game. Our
game.
Second game that we've had today that's been won via elimination.
Yeah, that's true.
Rarely see that. Normally they tap out before that. Okay, so that's going to bring us to our final game today here to see if Leenock's going to move on or if Trap wins this.
Trap bringing us one step closer towards possibly having only Protosses.
Wow.
Leenock a little bit unhappy with that. You know what? And the thing is...
You were right, though, Artosis. He is the best in the Endgame. I have no more options.
Yeah.
I mean, he is a survivor. He is a scrappy player.
He would have been, if he wasn't, like, too busy being the coolest little nerd kid in the whole world and was so young, he would have been an amazing Warcraft 3 Undead pro gamer.
Oh, my God. Yes, he would be.
But that's something he's very good at. Now, what map is he going to choose? I cannot wait to see this. Please choose Alterzim.
That would be a good map.
Well, it's so big that we could see another crazy game like that.
I want to see another game like that last one.
Okay,
Polar Night. Polar Night
more
is
reasonable.
their map.
More reasonable. I did not think he would choose Alterzim for the record. But well, like how good he is in this type of situation, I thought that would have been neat for him to be like, no, screw it, I'm going to do that again.
So, guys, the winner of this is going to go on to the round of 16. And now, note, we've already had 3 Protosses advance to the round of 16. We could have a 4th Protoss here, Trap, advance. Leenock won game number 1 here by doing a hatchery inside the expansion of the Protosses area, which messed up Trap's timing and rhythm, so he went for a 7-gate all-in that failed. Game number 2 was an epic endgame. Leenock did a great job hanging on and surviving, but you know, that endgame death ball from Protoss versus that endgame death ball from the Zerg one is just not mobile, which allowed the Protoss army to come from several different areas to do guerrilla strikes on those bases. That eventually just allowed, you know, Leenock to, I should say, allowed Trap to get the substantial lead and dry up any options that Leenock had.
Yeah, that's well said there. I don't think this game could possibly look similar to that. It's such a smaller map.
Yeah, I would be surprised.
Probably we'll see Trap do some sort of very sharp timing attack, I would have to guess. I'm not sure exactly which one, though. I'm trying to figure it out. I kind of like San's PVZ style in this map. Like, do the gate expand into a 4-gate into an immortal push. Like, something like that can be very, very powerful.
Trav is really proving that he's a very well-rounded player here.
Yeah, he keeps getting better and better and better.
Well, I do believe we are about to start this game. Polar night here, guys. It's a treat to be back here casting StarCraft II at GOM. We were gone for a little bit.
Long
StarCraft II is back.
Felt like forever.
It's felt like a long time, man. One of our longest breaks from StarCraft II in a while. All right, head-to-head here. Our final game tonight, Leenock against Trap. We're Tastosis, and this is the GSL Code S.